सभी जीतो मेंबर्स को मेरा जय जिनेन्द्र नमस्कार. Myself Chartered Accountant Anil Jain, and it is my pleasure and privilege to share my professional experience with fellow Jito members with regards to one of the most draconian and terrifying subject commonly mentioned as income tax raids. In legislation, this word is referred as search and seizure proceedings. I am sure many of you have passed through this traumatic experience, and some of you may be expecting this due to your appreciative business success and admirable financial acquisitions and achievements. If you think it is inevitable in your organization at some time in future, please do organize yourself so that it is not a surprise when you actually face it and you sail through it very smoothly. Since the allotted time for this presentation is just 10 minutes, I'll share with you a few tips to familiarize you with the subject. And I am very sure a greater understanding on this will make you less vulnerable to any adversities. Regarding the reasons for the search and seizure, there can be multiple reasons for initiating such proceedings. Primarily, it is undertaken when the tax authorities suspect large-scale evasion or they believe to discover substantial unaccounted income and assets. In course of search proceedings, the focus of the search party is on cash, jewelry, bullion, vehicles, property papers, bank lockers, handwritten diaries and notes, computers, pen drives, and luxury expenditure, etc. The action of search and seizure can also be set off based on specific complaints against you and recommendation of other assessing officers, other revenue officers. This can also happen for your avoidance of notices and summons from the income tax department. Regarding the procedures to be followed for conducting search and seizure, please note that no search proceedings can be commenced before the sunrise and without a proper search warrant to be issued by an officer of the rank of Director General Investigation or Commissioner of Income Tax. Such proceedings once started after sunrise may continue day and night. Search can continue for 60 days and can take place in piecemeal through multiple visits. You have the right to check the authenticity of the search warrant and identity papers of the entire search party before the search actually starts. A lady officer must also accompany the search party if it is happening at a residence or if the officers wish to physically check a woman in your institution or at your home. Normally, the police accompanying the search party should remain outside the premises. You are required to call two persons of your locality who do not have any criminal background to work as an official witnesses in the search proceedings. If you feel sick, you can also call a doctor for any health related issues. You can have your food as usual and also let the children go to school. Further, you can make a copy of the statement given to the search party as the officers are not obliged to share their copy. A senior officer, generally referred as unit head, constantly monitors search operations from distance. All statements signed by you are also countersigned by the person who is heading the search and also your witnesses. Legal pronouncements also confirm now that NRIs can also be subject of search proceedings. As per the CBDT, Central Board of Direct Taxes directives, every married lady can keep 500 grams, unmarried lady can keep 250 grams, and every male person can hold 150 grams of jewelry normally. You can request for official valuation of the jewelry or any other precious item which is required or which is being seized by the party. You can also request for the photography of all the items which are likely to be seized or which are being seized by the search party. Seized items should be properly packed and sealed to avoid the damage, particularly the jewelry items. Please note that your business stock in whatever item you deal, whether you deal in jewelry or in edible items or any other item, these items, your stock in trade cannot be seized. And more important, please note that no one can be arrested in course of search. The income tax does not empower the search party to issue the arrest warrants. While the law gives you with certain rights to safeguard your interest, it also gives you responsibility to provide full support and cooperation to your most unwanted guests. I underline, to your most unwanted guests. Please provide them the requested information, access to all places, all keys, locker details, passwords of computers, etc. to facilitate the search operation. Your chartered accountant or your lawyers should not interfere in search proceedings, as these are not representational proceedings but an exercise undertaken by the Income Tax Department to collect evidence of undisclosed wealth. It is your duty to sign the Panchnama written by the search party after the search is concluded. While discussing search operations, which are undertaken under Section 132 of the Income Tax Act, one should also be aware of survey proceedings which are conducted under Section 133 of the same Act. Surveys can be done only on the business premises, and that too during the business hours, and should be concluded the same day. No seizures can be done and books of accounts cannot be impounded. In survey, the statements are not recorded on oath. Certain precautions you must take, and accordingly, if you are holding some third-party assets, say cash or jewelry or whatever, please do inform about this to the search party with appropriate evidences, statements, etc. Also, please note that your incorrect statements in course of search operations are an offence under Section 191 of the Indian Penal Code. Search can also be extended to the office of your chartered accountant if they are keeping your business documents or they are doing your bookkeeping work. It is very important to note it's a serious business for the department also. Therefore, before search operation, intelligence wing of the department collects credible information from multiple sources which confirm your substantial tax avoidance. I underline your substantial tax avoidance. Therefore, please be very careful as the authorities are watching all your major financial transactions, and their machines and computers are quick to catch the mismatch between your income disclosures and your lifestyle. Please keep the evidence of all your major financial transactions on year-to-year basis. It is very important to know that in several cases, the judicial authorities have declared the survey and search proceedings invalid and void due to technical lapses and procedural errors on the part of authorities. Therefore, it is advisable to consult a good professional after the survey and search proceedings are over and the officers have returned back to their respective offices. As per the legal pronouncements, it is pertinent to note that if no incriminating material is collected in course of search operations, then any surrender statement given under compulsions, under pressure, in course of search proceedings is legally unsustainable. Please also note that all reassessment and block assessment proceedings which follow the search operations are of appealable nature. Therefore, there is nothing absolutely to worry. You will have ample opportunities to explain your point of view, and at the end of my presentation, I will once again request all of you to be very serious about your replies to the Income Tax Department. You must timely reply to the notices and summons, and while you filing your regular income tax returns, please prepare it properly, correctly, so that you can avoid all the unpleasantness of this action of search and seizure under Section 132 of the Income Tax Act. Thank you.